Today in Varsovie, we're going to meet Kasia Antos, who divides her life between her family and her passion, Formula One, and especially to her idol, the champion Robert Kubica. We meet up with her on the 5th floor of a space devoted to the world's most popular motorsport. It's also the meeting point for the Robert Kubica fan club.
My name is Katarzyna Antos. I live in Tarnopodgórny near Poznan. I'm 37 years old and I'm a Robert Kubica fan. One of the best, without doubt.
Hey, baby! You're so unstoppable.
Robert Kubica and Formula One are my passion. Between March and November, there's nothing else for me. My family is used to this. In fact, my weekends begin on Fridays with the practice sessions. I'm going to turn my phone off, excuse me. I've got Robert here too. If you've never set foot on a racetrack, you cannot imagine what it's like. But believe me, when you see and understand it for the first time, you get goosebumps. Those who are not interested in Formula One often make fun of me. When I'm happy because the race has been good, I'll go to the office on Monday wearing my t-shirt. I surprise everyone because I'm a public official with a t-shirt and a skirt and shoes. I look like a fan who just arrived from the racetrack.
Hey, baby!
My family is happy that I have this fan lifestyle. My husband comes with me every year to Monza. Sometimes my daughter does feel rejected. On Sunday, when my husband arrives from work, she'll tell him, "Dad, don't bother coming home. Robert Kubica is not on the box. Mum is in a bad mood." So they're big emotions for all of us. When Robert Kubica drives by, I yell. Everyone around me knows it's him because of the way I shout, because of the way I stand up, I clap. So I let everyone know that Kubica is there. Robert Kubica is in first place! I became interested in Robert from the very beginning, when he was still unknown. He participated in karting competitions in Warsaw under the Palace of Culture. A journalist even said at the time that he would become the first Polish Formula One driver. And that's what happened. He was about 13 years old, 10 years before he arrived in Formula One. The first time I met Kubica was in Poznan. I managed to ask him to have a photo taken with me. I've been kind of cut out, but we can see Kubica and my friend. But it's my favorite photo because there's Kubica and me. He was 25 at the time. He's very young, but for someone that young, he's very mature, very determined. He's a very balanced person and doesn't behave like a star. He's a young man who knows what he wants and who strives with all his strength towards his objective. He spares no efforts. It was a thrilling experience to meet Robert. I queued up in the heat. Everybody was giving pieces of paper to get Robert's signature. I managed to have him sign this book. So I have Robert's signature. He signed it in front of me, so I'm certain that it's his. I have another one on a photo too. So I managed to get 2 autographs from him, even if I was close to getting sunstroke. Then, when Robert was on his way to the canteen, I ran in front of him to take some photos. I chased him all day as if I were a kid. It must have been a funny sight, but fans are like that. I didn't dare touch him or jump on him or anything of the kind.
Even if she didn't dare touch him, Kasia doesn't miss one bit of her idol's life, whom she follows in the specialist magazines. She doesn't miss a single issue.
It's the most popular magazine on Formula One. I didn't buy the latest issue because it covers Kubica's accident. I don't really like tragic things. I prefer whatever is positive. I'll wait for the next issue in which they talk about Robert's recovery.
In fact, in February 2011, Kasia was shaken after Robert Kubica suffered a very serious accident during a rally in Italy.
Kubica's accident happened on Sunday, February the 6th. A friend sent me an SMS about the accident. Then there were news flashes on various channels. It happened at 10 in the morning. On the news they said it had been a bad accident and that his condition was severe and had to go extensive surgery. There was a news flash at 3 p.m. and another at 5 p.m. But it wasn't until 11 p.m. that we learned that Robert would survive. It was a relief to know that he was alive, even if it meant not seeing him again in Formula One. It was horrible. I didn't eat that day. I cried and spent the whole day in front of the television. I no longer existed for the family, but they understood. They're used to it. Usually they're positive feelings, but that day they were negative. That was it. But everything will be fine. I wanted to go to the hospital, but my husband convinced me to stay because they wouldn't allow anyone in except for his relatives. But I did send him a card wishing him a prompt recovery. Just for me, to make me feel better. Maybe he'll read it. Where does this passion of mine come from? My job doesn't fulfill me. It's not that I don't like what I do, but it doesn't excite me. So it's through my passion with Formula One that I have fun.
Kasia's life revolves around Kubica, her champion. And even if the driver's accident has caused her much distress, Kasia holds up hope that he will soon recover. In the meantime, she still shares her passion with the fan club she belongs to.
Any news of the fan club or Robert?
Everything's fine. We're waiting for the new season. Shame that Robert won't be there.
Any news on his health?
It's all positive. Knowing the man, I think that he'll come back very soon.
Me too.
We have created the first Kubica fan club in Poland, before he even began to race in Formula One. He took part in the Renault World Series. At the time, we'd already noticed his extraordinary talent. And so we decided to be the first to make him noticed and that he would become a Polish superstar. Someone who will be the Polish ambassador in one of the most elitist and watched sports in the world.
None of the club members can afford to go to all the races in the season. To go to all of them would cost €50,000. It's a very expensive hobby,
Crazy.
but to go once a year is great.
There are those who set a little money aside all year round to go to one race, to Hungary, for example, and hitchhike or take a bus just to be there, to see. You understand? The sound of a Formula One driving off gives you a lot of adrenaline, gives you goosebumps from head to toes. It's all in all beautiful. You have to love it. You have to feel it with all your soul.
I cry every time. I go back home and cry. It's over and I'll have to wait another year to see it again. Last year was horrible. After Monza, which was very hot, we went to Lake Constance, where everyone was over 80, it rained and it was cold, so I cried my eyes out. We leave behind all those emotions to go back to the daily grind, and it's hard to swallow, it's horrible. My husband could see me lying down in the hotel with my eyes drenched in tears. The feeling is horrible. This year we've decided not to go back there after the race and spend a couple of days to let the emotion settle.
For me, it's a little different. It gives me new energy. All this adrenaline, to see the men fighting on the racetrack, gives me energy for my work, to create, for the everyday struggle.
Robert Kubica, we wish you a speedy recovery and that you return to your fans who will wait however long it takes.